Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video I'll show you how to make this bow. These are pattern pieces and measurements which I'll be using to create my bow. First I'll pin my bow pattern pieces. I'll start with this one, so this is the right side, that's the wrong side. I'm folding this pattern piece so the right side is inside and I'm pinning edges together. And I will sew 5mm straight stitch there. Next I'll prepare a smaller bow pattern piece which looks like that. I have added a lining for this pattern piece so the bow is nice and secure. I'm folding this fabric in half so the right side of the bow is inside and I'm pinning edges together. And I will sew 5mm seam there and then I'll leave middle open. Next I'll prepare bigger bow pattern, same way, it has a lining as well. I'm folding so the right side of the leopard print fabric is inside, pinning edges together, and I'll sew 5mm seam there and I'll leave middle open. Next I will pin these bow pattern pieces. I'm pinning edges together and the right side of the fabric is inside, and I'll sew there and on a diagonal there. And I will leave the other end open, and I'm repeating the same on other pattern piece. Next I will sew all these pattern pieces on straight stitch sewing machine, and here are all my pattern pieces sewed. Next I will reverse all pattern pieces to the right side using safety pin. Next I'll reverse to the right side this pattern piece, which looks like that. Before I do that, I'm cutting off excess fabric on corner there, on both corners. And I will use my hands to reverse these pattern pieces to the right side, like that. Next I'll use a pin to sharpen corners on this pattern piece. And I'll repeat same process on other pattern piece. Next I'll reverse this pattern piece to the right side, so I'll be using that middle opening to reverse this pattern piece to the right side, like that. Also I'm using a pin to sharpen corners on this pattern piece. And I'm repeating same on other pattern piece. Next I'll iron all these pattern pieces flat. And here are my ironed pattern pieces, they look like that, nice and flat. Next I'll prepare my bow fastenings. I'll be using a hair clip, which looks like that, a pin, and a felt fabric piece, which looks like that. And I'm applying hot glue at the back of the hair clip, there. And I'm gluing this hair clip on top of the felt fabric there, pressing quite hard so it sticks well. And I'm repeating same process with a pin. To secure these two fastenings, I will sew them on so they are nice and secure on the felt fabric. And my bow fastenings are finished, they look like that. Next I'll prepare my bow. I'm applying hot glue on top of this pattern, like that, and I'm gluing the other pattern on top, like that. Next I'm turning this pattern to the other side, applying hot glue on top there, and I'm gluing both corners to inside, like that, pressing it quite hard so it sticks. So this is the right side, that one there. Next I'll prepare a bow. I'm folding this bigger pattern in half, like that, applying hot glue in a center in a line there, and I'm gluing smaller pattern center there in the middle on top of the bigger pattern, like that. Next, I'm gathering a centre on these patterns, like that, turning to the back, applying hot glue at the back, and I'm gluing this pattern piece around the middle, like that. So this is the front of the bow and this is the back. I'm applying hot glue on this pattern and I'm gluing that pattern at the back of the bow, like that, straightening my bow, pressing all pattern pieces together so they stick well. Next, I'll glue together these two pattern pieces. I'm applying hot glue on top of this pattern piece and gluing bow on top, pressing it quite hard so they stick well together. Next, I'll glue these bow fastenings at the back of the bow. I'm applying hot glue at the back of the felt fabric, there. And I'm gluing this felt fabric piece at the back of the bow, there. I'm pressing all felt fabric piece corners to the bow so it sticks well. And my bow is finished. So this is the back of the bow. Looks like that. And this is the front of the bow. This bow can be worn as a hair bow or as a necktie. If you have any questions how I made this bow, please comment down below in a comment box. I will add all materials which I used to make this bow on our description box. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Love, Anita.